So you're never going to believe this. I'm at this grocery store in Las Vegas right now. Well, actually Summerlin. And it just got absolutely mobbed by people because there was a rumor going around that this grocery store had beer. And there hasn't been beer in Las Vegas for 2 years. So people obviously freaked out. There's a mad scene. You can see like the lights behind me. You can see I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see like the flashing lights behind me. Anyways, so, I mean, we're talking hundreds of people came to this grocery store, and of course it wasn't true. There was no beer, but weird things like that were circulating around the internet. So, I mean, you can see like there's still people all over. And it's a lot calmer now, obviously, because they dispersed everyone because it's not true. But, you know, and you can still buy some kinds of alcohol, like harder alcohol. It's a little bit easier to come by, but it's much more expensive. And I think it really started with the aluminum when you had the tariff situation, because aluminum became so expensive, and then the supply chain broke down that you could not get cans. And obviously the industry had to shift. The soda industry went to like plastic bottles, but you're not gonna put beer in a plastic bottle, right? So pretty much eventually what happened was you couldn't get cans. That was the first cascading effect. But really what happened was like the supply chain in the farm industry, obviously the tariffs, there was retaliatory tariffs, then there was a shortage in grain, because there was a shortage of grain, barley, hops, all those sorts of things. All those supply chains were so interwoven and connected that they just fell apart. And then because the administration completely got rid of the EPA, as well as any association with the word climate change, 2027, we experienced the after effect of 2026, which was one of the hottest summers ever. That meant that crops were dramatically impacted, and the nation had to shift its focus to feed its people. Grocery prices definitely did not come. And obviously you can imagine how absolutely devastating this was for the Las Vegas economy. I mean, that's a big part of the Las Vegas experience. So as those prices increased and eventually the supply chain got disrupted, then tourism dropped almost 25%. It was insane. We still haven't recovered. I don't know that we're ever going to recover. And then obviously things like bars, those things went down. A lot of people lost their jobs because of beer. And obviously a lot of people have problems with substance abuse, and this sort of disruption to their supply chain caused other problems, like them going to worse things, to be honest with you. And so things like substance abuse and addiction absolutely skyrocketed, with a decline in the ability to take care of those things with adequate mental health resources. Not to mention the fact that the Trump administration, specifically J.D. Vance, was not interested in rescuing the sin industry of alcohol. So there was really no bailout or no focus in doing anything about it. It's weird that you never think of the cascading effects of all of these things, but yeah, in 2027, there's no beer in America. You can't find it. I mean, the last time I got a case of beer was in South Dakota. One case, $75. That was over 2 years ago. And oh yeah, don't get me started on eggs.